Right now, the compact hatchback segment is in a quiet transition phase, and most people haven't noticed. It's not shrinking, it's being repositioned. In Europe especially, traditional C-segment cars are being pulled upward toward premium pricing and downward toward budget minimalism. Electrification adds another layer of pressure. Suddenly, compact hatchbacks aren't just affordable daily tools. They're entry points into electric ownership. And that shift changes everything. That's exactly where the 2026 Opel Astra Electric positions itself. It exists because the market needs something rational, not a tech showcase, not a performance experiment, but a familiar, usable hatchback that simply happens to be electric and priced within reach of mainstream buyers who previously drove petrol Astras. The Astra name carries decades of practical credibility. And in this generation, Opel's approach feels deliberate. Take a proven compact format, electrify it carefully, and maintain the everyday ergonomics people already understand. The first thing to understand about this car isn't horsepower or battery size. It's role. The Astra Electric produces around 156 horsepower through a single front-mounted motor. That's not thrilling on paper, and it's not meant to be. In real-world driving, that output translates to smooth, predictable acceleration in city traffic and confident motorway merging without the abruptness that sometimes defines more powerful EVs. It's enough. And in this segment, enough is often the smarter engineering decision. The 54 kW usable battery delivers roughly 400 kilometers of WLT range. In mixed real-world conditions, expect closer to 350 km. That places it firmly in the territory of daily commuting, plus occasional regional travel. It's not built for constant long-distance motorway use, but most compact hatchbacks aren't. This car is designed for structured daily life, commuting, school runs, urban errands, predictable patterns where overnight home charging solves most ownership friction. Pause for a moment. If your driving life fits that structure, and for many people it does, the Astra Electric suddenly makes far more sense than its modest specifications suggest. But here's the uncomfortable question. If a car becomes too rational, does it risk becoming forgettable? In a market dominated by crossover hype and performance EV headlines, quiet competence rarely attracts attention. Design-wise, Opel hasn't turned the Astra into a science project. The visor front fascia maintains brand identity, and in original metallic gold or yellow, the car balances expression with restraint. It doesn't shout. It doesn't chase trends. It simply looks intentional. Inside, the pure-panel digital cockpit integrates twin displays in a structured, logical layout. Physical climate controls remain largely intact, and that decision matters. It reduces distraction and improves long-term usability. Technology here supports clarity, not spectacle. Material quality is appropriate for the segment, consistent rather than luxurious. Seat ergonomics, traditionally an Opel strength, remain a highlight. On longer drives, that support translates into real fatigue reduction, a detail that rarely headlines reviews but defines 5-year ownership satisfaction. In terms of driving dynamics, the Astra Electric prioritizes stability over sportiness. The battery placement lowers the center of gravity, giving it planted composure through corners. Steering is light yet accurate. Ride comfort is slightly firm but controlled over uneven European road surfaces. This is not a hot hatch. It doesn't pretend to be. And that restraint is precisely the point. Charging capability of up to 100 kW DC allows 20 to 80% replenishment in roughly 30 minutes under ideal conditions. It's not class-leading, but it aligns with the car's intended rhythm of use. Long-term ownership confidence may be one of its strongest assets. Sharing architecture within the broader Stellantis EV ecosystem improves service familiarity, parts availability, and software support. That reduces uncertainty compared to niche electric startups. Resale value in the compact European EV segment has remained relatively stable, especially for models that avoid extreme performance positioning or experimental technology. There's also a subtle strategic shift happening. As compact crossovers inflate in size and price, traditional hatchbacks are becoming deliberate choices rather than default purchases. Choosing the Astra Electric suggests you value footprint efficiency, driving precision, and urban practicality over elevated seating trends. That distinction matters in European cities, because rational minority choices often age better than popular trends. So, who is this for? Drivers transitioning from petrol or diesel who want familiarity, apartment dwellers with charging access, suburban commuters with predictable routines, people who see EV ownership as a logical step forward, not a lifestyle statement. Who isn't it for? Performance-focused drivers, frequent long-haul motorway travelers without reliable charging, or buyers who equate digital excess with modernity. The 2026 Opel Astra Electric doesn't attempt to redefine mobility. Instead, it does something more disciplined. It integrates electric propulsion into a historically grounded mainstream hatchback without distorting its identity. And in a compact segment increasingly pulled toward extremes, premium inflation or performance theatrics, the real question becomes, is quiet competence finally the smarter long-term strategy? That answer may define the next phase of Europe's compact EV market.